Good morning, this is Nigel at Spiritual Awareness New Zealand, Saturday the 3rd of March 2018 at 11:06 a.m. and I'm doing another bit of an update. Which I do is my long-time watchers will know to record and document what I see on the weather map as far as weather modification goes, and sometimes some other things regarding news and so forth. Now, haven't got a whole lot to report on this morning. Yesterday we had, well, over the last couple of days we've had just what I call cloud soup. It was just cloud right over the entirety of New Zealand, which is unusual in itself, just to have that. It was just horrible. Anyway, now somebody mentioned to me, I won't post names here or anything like that, but that they had headaches yesterday around, well, actually I'll tell you the story first. Had headache, and then that quite a few people at work, at this person's work, also had headaches, and really intense, in the same position in the head and so forth. And and I said, was that about 4 o'clock? And the person replied to me, how did you know? Well, I'll show you how I knew. I just came straight on here as soon as I heard that, and what I was looking for was right here. And between 3 and 4 o'clock there was a beam right through here, and you can see it. You can see it, one side of it there and the other side of it here, which I'm showing you with my mouse. Okay, so there is the beam coming through here, right? That's at 3 o'clock, and at 4 o'clock it becomes more intense, right? You can see it more directed, and then after 4 it actually starts dropping off. You see it just disintegrates and it's gone, but it's right there. So it starts even maybe about 2, you know, sort of starts turning on about there, and then 3 it's getting there, and 4 it's like right on there, and actually at 5 even it's kind of still there, and then, but it's certainly at 4 it's right on, and then it breaks up. So that's an EMF beam. It's like some infrared. This is on the Tasman Sea infrared satellite imagery, so it's like infrared picking up. The other visual and so forth didn't really pick it up, but this one did. The only thing that is kind of worthy noting is at 4 AM we're still getting this. The radar for infrareds on New Zealand are being shut off at 4 AM. This one I'll show you as well. The Australian infrared does the same thing. I'll show you that. Come on, load up. Here we go. Just take that through to, takes a little while to load. Oh, I think we've got it. Just have to load it. Here we go, right on 4. Oh god, there we go. And it's shut off there too. The New Zealand visible images isn't showing up anything on that at the moment. So either they've switched out the image for 4 AM or something's changed, because it's just black, nothing at that time, and then you go through and it's like light. So and it looks pretty soupy for this morning too, you know, pretty disgusting in terms of that. You know, yeah, so that's basically it with the weather. There was something, that beam came right off the coast of, east coast of North Island, So there's still plenty going on. There's still, there's obviously stuff, weather modification, whatever other extremes. The jet stream for the planet has actually changed, and the Arctic melted in the middle of winter, or we're into winter up there, and it is already above freezing point in the Arctic Circle. Meanwhile, Europe is having -15 and this kind of thing. So obviously there's some change in whichever way you believe, whether it's whatever you believe really. The fact of the matter is that there's going to be a lot more weather extremes, and I'm counting that weather is actually going to be in the next few years. It's going to be a major issue planet-wide, and no matter it's going to be taking more lives and much more damaging than war. There's always a chance of a nuclear war, but I think the weather is going to be the thing to look for. Okay, this is Nigel at Spiritual Awareness New Zealand checking out.